Good afternoon and welcome to our fourth episode of Slice of Life. My name is Dabney and I'm the young adult librarian at the Twin Lakes Library System. Today I am taking you all on a virtual hike to one of my favorite places in Milledgeville, the Selma Erwin Nature Preserve. This preserve is located off the Vinson Highway at the intersection with Lane Farm Road, and it's about 3.5 miles away from the Mary Vinson Memorial Library. So I'm going to switch the camera around and show you guys this place, and then we're going to hit the trails. So bear with me. I am filming this in a different way than I've done the other ones. So this is the parking area. As you can see, my car right there. And over here, you've got the pond where you can go fishing. And some people even take their boats out on the pond. And here you've got a little bit of information about Selma Erwin and the trail map and some pictures of flowers that you might see while you're out here hiking. I will say, before you start hiking, it is very important to take a picture of the trail map or download the map onto your phone. These trails are not very well marked, so you will want to refer to that map as you start hiking. So there are about 6.5 miles of trails out here. And, if you wanted to hike all of it, that would take you, well, it takes me 3 to 4 hours to hike it, just depends. But there is a little loop trail that I like, and you can do that in like an hour or less. So, one thing I wanted to show you all is you could pick wild blackberries out here. I've done that before. This preserve is just, it's wonderful. There's lots of diverse plant species out here. I'm going to have some books at the end for you all. Some books and websites for people who are interested in identifying, plants and wildflowers and all that good stuff. Because you'll see a lot of it out here. One plant you really want to look out for, though, is poison ivy. As you can see right here, there are places on the trail where you're going to be brushing up against plants. So you want to keep an eye out for poison ivy. Don't want to get that. So let's start out with some trail tips, some hiking tips. Oh, real quick, we're going to enter the woods. All right. Oh, poison ivy. Those 3 leaves, it's poison ivy. So when you're hiking, here's some things you want to do. First of all, you want to be wearing sturdy shoes, and you want to have good treads on those because there's lots of places where you could slip on rocks or mud, so you want to have a good grip on your shoes. Wear comfortable clothes and clothes you don't mind getting dirty. I'm wearing jeans and a long sleeve shirt right now because it's a little bit chilly. And that also minimizes my contact with any poison ivy out here. You'll want to wear bug spray, definitely in the warm months, because there are ticks and mosquitoes. If I forget to wear bug spray anytime I come out here, when I get home, I'm guaranteed to find at least one tick on me somewhere. I had a really terrible experience last summer where I got into chiggers, which, y'all, those are the worst. So, always wear bug spray. That is the moral of the story. You might want to wear sunscreen if you burn easily. And if you're coming out here to hike, you want to bring some things with you. You want to bring water, bring your phone. I've got a little backpack on, so I've got my water in there, and I've got my keys. You know, if you're wearing a jacket, then if you get warm, you can put your jacket in your backpack. Bring a friend or family member. Don't come out here by yourself. It's recommended that you hike with other people. I'm not doing that. I live by myself, so I do a lot of things by myself, and that includes hiking and camping. But again, please don't do that. Please bring a buddy. And if you come out here with someone, you know, let other people know where you're going. That's just a good rule in general. So, see if I've covered everything. I have a little list here. Oh, watch out for snakes. Almost every time I come out here during the warm months, I see a snake. So, be aware that they're out here. So keep an eye on the trail. I've even seen a rattlesnake one time. There are other animals as well. If you get further back into the trail system, away from the roads, there are deer. You know, you'll see squirrels, lizards, maybe turtles if you're by the pond. You know, this trail crosses over a lot of creeks. And I always like to stop and like kind of look in the creek and see, you know, all the minnows swimming around. Sometimes you'll even see crawdads, which is so cool to me. Okay. Oh, one thing I forgot to say is bring your mask with you and continue to social distance. I've been out on this trail system a couple times this week, and, you know, there have been other people out here. So, I'm not wearing a mask right now, but, you know, if I notice somebody coming towards me on the trail or coming behind me on the trail, I would get over, you know, 6 feet off the trail and put my mask on. So, that's a good policy. And I'm going to take a second right here just to see where we're at on time. Like I said, I'm doing something a little different. Okay, we're at 8 minutes. So I'm going to walk and set the timer on my phone so I don't go over time. So just bear with me, and we're going to get back to the trail in a second. Yeah, I haven't really seen that many people out here on the trail. It's like kind of one of the, I'm not going to say it's not popular, but like there's a trail right near here, and that gets like a lot of use. And this one, I think the most people I've ever seen at one time was 3 people. Okay, I'm switching y'all back to the trail. Here we go. So, speaking of other trails, I'm going to tell you about some other places you could go in Milledgeville. So this one is my favorite just because, you know, it's not super busy with other people. It's just really gorgeous. It always makes me feel a bit like I'm in the mountains. which is my favorite place to be, is the mountains. But if you go down the Vinson Highway, like about less than a mile from where we parked, and you'll turn right onto Carl Vinson Road. Go down that a little ways, and on the left, you'll see a parking area for the Bartram trails. So that one is very popular. Lots of people use it for mountain biking. I've hiked out there, I think once. I keep meaning to go back and explore more of the trails. The trail system there is very well marked, so that is definitely a plus. Other places in Milledgeville, if you just want to take a nice walk outside, the Oconee River Greenway, of course, is beautiful. Lockerly Arboretum has some very lovely walking paths. And bonus, you get to see really pretty flowers. If you want to go farther afield and out of Baldwin County, in Putnam County, there's Rock Hawk, and there's like 15 miles of trails out there. Pretty sure there's camping, there's, lake access, lots of things you can do. I've been out there a couple times, and it's really cool. They also have a lot about sort of local history in that area, which is interesting. If you want to head down to Macon, there's the Amerson Water Park, which has access to the Ocmulgee River. The Ocmulgee River? Yes. I'm getting my rivers confused. And that's really, I haven't been in there in a while, but it's really nice. The Ocmulgee Mounds, I love going there. It's currently closed due to the pandemic, but I highly recommend when it's open, you go check it out. The trails are really good, and there's lots there about Native American history and then other history in that area. They have like a little, kind of like a little museum too. And it's all these things I'm talking about are free to the public. Rose Hill Cemetery in Macon. That might seem kind of weird to you, but it's like a really big cemetery, and you can get a nice workout just walking through there. There's lots of history. It's gorgeous during the spring with all the cherry blossoms and wisteria. The Allman Brothers, some of the members of that group are buried there. Let's see, Brown's Mount. That's like right outside Macon. And it's not a mountain. It's kind of like a big hill. But it kind of gives you a bit of the feeling of being in the mountains. It's very overgrown. Like, it's not the most nicely maintained place, but I think it's worth stopping at. Okay, speaking of stopping, going to my second page of notes here. So right down the road from Brown's Mount is Bond Swamp. And there's actually a couple, like 2 places, if you look up Bond Swamp online, there's 2 different places you can stop and hike. Let me show y'all. Hope you can see the creek down there. It rained a ton last night, so it's definitely got lots of water going through it. Bond Swamp, one of the places just kind of takes you through the woods, and then the other place takes you actually into the swamp. So I went there last summer. I really wanted to see like alligators. I didn't see any. And I remember like going out there and losing the trail at one point, and so I had to end up doubling back because I was kind of worried about getting lost in a swamp. Again, let people know where you're going. And then this place I haven't been to, but I've heard about, in Jones County. It's the Hitchiti, I don't know if I'm saying that right, trail. So that's one I want to go to, this year. And again, all these places, if you're planning to visit, check on their website just to confirm if they're open or not. Because some of them are closed right now. Like the Ocmulgee Mounds are closed. So check on that before you make a drive. Alright, here we are at the creek. And this is going to be our stopping point today. So, yeah. Wow, we're 16 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up fast. I'm going to have a list of books and resources at the end of the video, but I do think it's worth mentioning a couple books very quickly. A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. That is his book about hiking the Appalachian Trail. It is on Hoopla. I recommend, oh, my bad, it's not. It's on RV Digital as audiobook and ebook. And also, Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. That's a YA sort of contemporary romancy book, and that is on Hoopla. It's an audiobook. It's really good. And yeah, I'll have some more information for you all. I hope you enjoyed this hike out in the woods, and tune in Monday. I'm doing Must Read Monday, and I'm going to be talking to you all about my favorite webcomics. Okay, have a great weekend, everyone. Bye!